Lindy, do you have anything further on Owen Power?
He's in right now, getting treatment. And all I can offer is he said he's feeling pretty good, better than he thought he would feel. So that's encouraging.
To making goalie decisions, whether it's the one you made to stick with UPL or whatever decision you're going to make, like, I'm curious what goes into that, because in your previous stint here, it wasn't something you really had to think about this time of year. Like, are you consulting with Bales on that, sports science? Like, what kind of things are you thinking about?
We meet as a staff. We meet with Bales. He's part of the group. And I mean, sometimes other factors can be involved with, maybe one goalie's fatigued, maybe one goalie's got a little something going on. All those things come into consideration when you're going with your starting goaltender.
Lindy, some of Montreal's top guys were feeling the heat for a while there before they finally got going here. Now it's your top guys that are feeling it in terms of Tage and Tuck. But from your perspective, what are you seeing from what they're doing, and what do you need more from them?
Yeah, I mean, it's just, the execution, trying to make a difference. When you look at the game being 3-2 and, Thompson walks in alone, it could have been a difference maker. I mean, he scores there, it's 4-2. We're pretty happy. Krebs in the second period walked down the slot almost the same as like Boston, and, we didn't put it in the back of the net. But this is the time of the year when, you get the opportunities, you have to take advantage. I think you look at the big mistake we made, and, we give Caulfield the back door, basically empty netter. And, when a team makes a big mistake like that, you need to take advantage of it.
And we've talked a lot about the mood and the response you guys have had throughout these playoffs. Just, when you met with the team today, just what vibe did you get?
We didn't meet with the team today, just to clear that up. Team is not here.
Okay.
Team is going straight to the plane.
Just with Tage, he's had a different kind of playoffs. I mean, he's at a point a game, but maybe he's not quite up to his offensive standard. Just how has he kind of handled this for the first time, I guess, when you look at it?
Well, it's an experience that, he hasn't really gone through. I think there are momentum swings in your top players. I mean, we just mentioned Montreal's top players and long stretch of not scoring even strength, and then you'll get that opportunity to make a difference. You've got to be able to make a difference. We know this time of the year there's a heightened awareness on all your top players. Every opportunity, every mistake is being critiqued. We've gone through the game as coaches. There's some things we feel we can do better. There's some things we feel we can help our top guys out with. And you got to be able to put the game behind you that you just played and be ready to move on to that next one. And I looked at the start of our game. It's the start we wanted, and we made a big mistake. I thought we had them up against the wall to start with, and we made a puck decision that wasn't a good puck decision, and we created some life and momentum for them.
We've talked a lot about identity of this team and how it's revealed itself over the course of the season. This is the first in facing elimination for the first time. What do you think might reveal itself on Saturday, and what do you see? What gives you confidence that it will reveal itself in the right way?
Yeah, but because we faced a lot of adversity through the year, and you go through last year's adversity and all the stuff this year, and the team has responded almost to every challenge we've had. This is a completely different challenge. Being involved in an elimination game where now every mistake could mean the end for you. But every opportunity you get to take advantage of could mean, we go on to play Game 7.
Lindy, your team's facing elimination. What does this team need to do to win Game 6, force a Game 7, and continue this season?
Yeah, we have to play on our toes. We've got to play to win. Can't be afraid. Got to play to win.
Lindy, when you address this club, the mental gymnastics of it, how much do you have to kind of live off of what you did in Game 4 and maybe even what Tampa did in Game 6 in the same spot in Montreal?
Yeah, I think we had the right approach, with the way we started the game and how well, I thought we were keeping away from good opportunities in our end. The strength of our team really has been for most of the year has been the ability to get a lead and keep a lead. We didn't do that last night, obviously, but I think stay with your strength. I even thought the start of the third period, a couple of great opportunities, didn't take advantage of again. There was lots of opportunities inside that third period to get right back into the hockey game. But you got to make plays. And some of the plays sometimes don't turn out to be good plays. But we can't live on those plays. We got to be willing to just go all in to win a game. And I know these guys, some of the guys haven't been there before.
Lindy, you guys have been sensational with your starts, scoring first in so many of these games. What has been, or has there been a common theme as to why that hasn't been enough to propel you guys to victory in some of those?
Well, because the other team is trying real hard to score too, and I think that the other team's putting a lot of risk, and if we solve that risk, we get some good opportunities, and the opportunities were there. This is a good team we're playing. It's hard hockey. The last team we played was a good team too. It was hard hockey. It went down to 6 games. I look at it right now, what is there, 5 teams left? To be sitting here talking to you guys, I think that this is a wonderful place to be. And I'll tell the team the same thing. We get to go to Montreal in Game 6 in the middle of May to move on to a Game 7. And I think we'll all be evaluated on what this game looks like. Just bring your best.
Pretty good feel during these playoffs for what these guys need. I'm curious why, kind of what you thought when you decided not to have them come in and meet today.
Just, I know the pressure they're feeling. I know how they feel. I know how much they care. I just feel a day away from the rink, not coming here is a good thing. We don't need to watch video today. We don't need to talk about the game. We need to move on. There's only one game that counts now, and that is the game tomorrow. In all likelihood, we may not even skate tomorrow. We'll save everything we got for tomorrow night. That's my initial thoughts right now.
In the games you've dressed 2 right-handed D and you've kind of rotated the pairs throughout the game, what effect might that have, you think, on like the connectivity of the 2 defensemen and the way they've played together?
It's pretty well what we've done all year. So it a lot of times has kept one of our top 4D on the ice all the time. And then we've got that lefty-righty connection, even when we've dressed 2 right. You look at the Game 6, it was heavy on your top 4. And when you get in games like this, your best players have to be the guys that are out there playing the most. And they got to be the difference makers.
Lindy, it was clear that Dobish was on the ropes last night. Marty even talked about the decision they went through to keep him in the game. Did you sense when you had the lead there, when it was 3-2, and that pucks all of a sudden stopped going to the net and you guys weren't shooting enough?
I did. We talked about it last night. We talked about it after the period that we thought we let him off the hook. We came out of the corner a couple times and we had clear lanes to shoot pucks, and we deferred to a better play, which, I think we've talked about this at length throughout the year, that sometimes, our ability to make plays is we've sometimes deferred to that better play. And we had the puck going to the net early. We got rewarded for it. We just didn't quite stay with it. Probably there was 4 or 5 opportunities to get a puck there quicker last night that could have kept them in chaos. Thank you.